Let's be honest. At first, the thought of taking a public speaking course is definitely scary, especially being a freshman in college. However, it's going to provide you with the resources necessary to stand confidently in front of an audience and deliver a great speech to them. Public speaking is something that makes students very nervous, but I can assure you that after you take Professor Bagley Coyle's class, Public Communications, you will think differently. There's a lot that goes into formulating a great speech. There's things like structure, transitions, effective introductions and conclusions, but for today I'm going to focus on vocal variety. Vocal variety can be defined as changes in a speaker's rate, pitch, or volume that give the voice variety and expression. Without vocal variety, your speech is going to sound bland, drawn out, and just plain boring. Having great vocal variety will tell your audience that you're passionate about your subject, and it will add excitement to your words. I remember when it came time to deliver my first ever speech in Professor Bagley Coyle's class. I was so nervous and felt somewhat unprepared because I had never delivered a formal speech to a class before. However, I tried my best to put my nerves aside and stood up in front of the class and delivered the speech. It seemed like a blur kinda, but I remember looking back and thinking that I sounded a little monotone. I took that into consideration and decided to work on that aspect of my speech for the next time I would speak in front of the class. Taking your volume into consideration is the first part of having strong vocal variety. Make sure to adjust your volume to the room that you're in. So if the room is bigger, you should project your voice out louder so that everyone can hear and understand you. However, if the room is a little smaller, maybe you should draw your voice back a little so that the audience doesn't feel overwhelmed. The next part that goes into vocal variety is pitch. Changes in pitch are called inflections. They are essential to bring meaning and emotion into your speech, and without them, you will sound monotone like I thought that I sounded that day. A mistake that some people make are using inflections at the end of every sentence, which becomes repetitive. For example, someone might change to a lower pitch at the end of each sentence without even realizing it. The last and most important aspect of vocal variety is rate. Rate is the pace at which a person speaks. The rate depends on the mood the speaker is trying to create and also the occasion that the speech is given on. Talking too slow is going to bore your audience and going to cause them to drift off into space. However, if you talk too fast, you're going to lose your audience and they're going to really get confused about your main points. Being aware of the rate you are speaking at is key for an effective speech, and with practice, it will come easy. You should have no problem incorporating vocal variety into your speech, as long as you give yourself enough time to prepare through practice. A great way to ensure that you don't sound boring is to record yourself and listen to it back, to listen to any sticky spots or spots where you might be too fast, too slow, too loud, or too quiet. To summarize the points that I've made, vocal variety is an important part of the speech process that will keep your audience engaged and focused on your main points. With being aware of volume, pitch, and rate, vocal variety is going to come easy to you with practice. Don't let the idea of public speaking class scare you. It was the most useful class I've taken in college so far. I will apply what I've learned to my future in so many ways, and so will you.